World Intellectual Property Day, a global observance that highlights the role of IP rights in promoting innovation and creativity.
It emphasizes protecting invention, artworks and brands through patents, copyrights and trademarks. The day raises awareness about how IP supports economic growth and solves global challenges. It encourages a respect for creators and their contributions. It is a pleasure to welcome Dr. Deepesh Bharadwaj, founder and director of the R&D Nanomaterials and Technology Foundation in Gwalior.
He is a researcher, educator, and social contributor with over 10 years of experience in the manufacturing philosophy and PhD in material synthesis and applications. He is deeply involved in guiding students, promoting scientific thinking, and delivering smart education to underprivileged students. His work bridges research and education, empowering the next generation of scientists. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Deepesh Bharadwaj and Convener IIC, a respected scholar whose dedication to academic excellence continues to inspire students and faculty alike.
Good afternoon to one and all. That is the spirit. Well, respected Dean Research, Professor Deepesh Bharadwaj sir, our respected President, Professor Manoj Bandil sir, we have IIC members, we have faculty members, and dear students. Well, first I warmly welcome you all to the World Intellectual well, it is actually World Intellectual Property Rights Day celebration. Though April 26 is the official date for the IPR day, we are celebrating it today because there were some other events on the particular date. Nonetheless, we are making sure it is no less significant. Some warm up with a little quiz. Dear students, can you aware driving economic growth and technological advancements? Well, dear students, there is a myth that intellectual property rights are just important for large corporations. Well, of course, it is meant for large corporations, large businesses, but then it is not just confined to the large corporations. It is equally important for creators, artists, innovators in every field. Well, remember, there was a battle between Apple, as we all, some of us might be owning iPhone. Well, there was a battle between Apple and Samsung over the smartphone technology. Well, you know,
इंस्टीट्यूट के अंदर हम लोगों ने काफी दिनों से So, intellectual property right as a researcher, as an inventor, as a student, as हम लोगों के लिए कैसे important है ये आपको मालूम होना चाहिए. जैसे सर ने बोला
है तू खून जितना है बदन में मैं बहा दूं तुझ पे, हाँ मेरी जान मुझे जान से प्यारा है तू. माननीय सदन, आज मैं यहाँ एक ऐसे विषय पर चर्चा करने के लिए उपस्थित हूँ जो भारत के वर्तमान और भविष्य दोनों को समेटता है. ये विषय है बौद्धिक संपदा अधिकार, यानी कि इंटेलेक्चुअल प्रॉपर्टी राइट, जिसे आप और हम सब IPR के नाम से जानते हैं. हम अक्सर सोचते हैं कि कोई देश कैसे बदलता होगा, क्या उसकी सड़कों से, पुलों से, या उसकी इमारतों से? नहीं, ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं है. कोई देश अगर बदलता है तो केवल और केवल विचारों और उसके नवाचारों से, और इन विचार और नवाचार की रक्षा सुरक्षा करता है IPR राइट, यानी इंटेलेक्चुअल प्रॉपर्टी राइट. चूंकि भारत अब सिर्फ
I would like to tell you what intellectual property rights are. These are the rights that are given on one's creation, mind, innovation, designs, logos, symbols, etc. In simple words, IPR protects the ideas, protects our innovation, protects our knowledge. It gives imagination attention to an essence such as patents, copyrights, trademarks, and that promotes and protects innovation is the nation that goes ahead. And India that is already blessed with such beautiful minds, brilliant history.
Today, I, Prachi Gupta, I am proud final year student of Electronics and Communication Engineering, standing in front of you to deliver my speech on the behalf of a topic, Understanding Intellectual Property Rights for Transforming India. Let me start my topic with a normal story of myself. In the COVID year, my brother designed an app or a delivery app for the local peoples to give their requirements to the local people. But after some time, what happened? After some time, he get to know that same thing, the same design and the same logo and the same idea that is cheated by other same startups. At that time, we don't know about the IPR, and at that time, we don't know how to protect our app and how to protect our website. So it is very important us to understand IPR. So let me
10 to 15 years to make their phone, which is we all know about iPhone. And think of if a person who has just been came to him and just means take their idea and present it all over the world. So we can see that how much hard work which the person in the behind has put will not able to see in all over the country. So it is needed that at the current time there must be some act that will be held in all over the world.
Read and understand what are the concepts they are using. But due to some kinds of people, they like those who are cheating, those who are copying the contents of the teachers and uploading on the other websites like Telegrams and other things. And so to protect it from the other kind of persons, like IPR, it has to give the legal rights to those so that they can protect their contents as well.
Leadership and thoughts need life. That's why we guard them with legal rights. A very good afternoon to one and all present here. Before we begin talking about understanding the IPR, let's take a moment imagining what if a brilliant idea, the one you worked so hard for, could be taken from you without a single thought. The creativity, passion and efforts are claimed by someone else. How would that feel? It's the perfect time to reflect on how ideas shape nation and why protecting them is essential for transforming India. To truly understand why protecting ideas matter, we need to know what intellectual property rights for IPR are.
Property rights step up in your protection. In simple terms, IPR is a legal shield for creation. It gives inventors, artists, designers, writers and businesses the right to control how their creations are used. This includes patents, copyrights, trademarks and designs. And why is it important for India? Because India is not just a land of tradition, it's a land of innovation. From startups in Bangalore to handmade textiles in Varanasi, from biotech.
For transforming India, IIC has organized this program. Innovation is the currency of future and intellectual property is the wall that protects it. In 2000, World Intellectual Property Organization designed 26 April Day, on which WIPO Convention came into force in 1970 as the World Intellectual Property Day.
21वीं सदी ज्ञान की सदी है, जो देश ज्ञान का सृजन करेगा वो विश्व का नेतृत्व करेगा. We are the generation that can change the destiny of our nation, but change will not come by slogans only. It will come when we create and we protect what we create. India has talent, we have traditions, we have technology. Now we need to trust in our own abilities. We have 3 R's: reward, respect and recognition. Let us teach our students about patents, copyrights, trademarks, not just in textbooks, but in real life. Let us support our startups and innovators. Let us build a system where the farmers see, the weavers design and the scientist formula all are protected and safe. Only then will India not just be a consumer of global knowledge, but the creator of knowledge. विश्व गुरु बनना है तो हम अपनी सोच को सम्मान देना होगा. If we want to lead the world, we must first respect our own creativity. Thank you.
I am here to tell you that how IPR can be used to transform India. Like everybody told us what IPR is, why it is crucial, why it is important, what it can do, but how it can transform India. It can transform India by the many ways. Like India is full of diversity, but we can't use our diversity in the favor of us. Because why? Because we have the mindset of sharing knowledge, but not securing us. The ideas we invent, the innovations and all the songs and whatever we make, we never protect us. So that's why India lags behind in the part of R&D.
Good morning, team research, esteemed faculty members and my colleagues. Today I am here to present a speech on understanding IPR for transforming India. Friends, imagine a world where every idea you create is stolen before it's taken. Imagine a painting, a masterpiece, only seen by someone else, signing it and selling it. That's a world without an intellectual rights. And that's why we are not just here to talk, but awaken movement. Intellectual property right might sound technical, but its core, its power. The power to protect your brainchild, the power to turn a spark innovation into a billion-rupee revolution. The power to transform a nation not with weapon, but with the wisdom. In today's digital age, ideas are new oil, data are new gold, and the creativity is the new currency. We are a country of 1.4 billion minds, but we must become a country of 1.4 billion creators. Did you know what holding us back? Not talent, not resources. It's a lack of awareness. We invent, we innovate, but we forget to protect. And without the protection, even the great idea become a lost cause.
Good morning, my friends. My name is Shahid Amin and I am from CSM. After knowing about the history and the story of this IPR, or I can say Bhautik Sampada Adhikar, let's know what are the acts and which ministry chose the acts or responsible for the acts. There are various legislative in India, such as Patent Act, which came in 1970 and then underwent many amendments like 1999, 2022 or 2022. Other is Trademark Act, introduced to the citizen of India in 1999. Then the Copyright Act in 1957, then it is further went into the amendment of 1983, 1984, 1992 and 1992. We know these were the acts for the field of business and industries.
Everyone, respected judges, fellow participants and dear audience. Let me begin with a simple question. What is the most important thing in the world? It's not money, it's not machines, it's ideas. But what happens when someone steals your ideas? Imagine J.K. Rowling writing Harry Potter only for someone else who slapped their name on it. Or Apple designing the iPhone but every other company selling exact copies. Sounds unfair, right? That's exactly why intellectual property rights exist. So what is IPR? IPR stands for Intellectual Property Rights, the legal protection granted to the creation of the human mind. Whether it's a song, a scientific formula, a painting, an invention, or an act. IPR ensures the creator gets credit.
Good afternoon everyone. It's a privilege to stand before you today to talk on a topic that isn't always only a clinical necessity, however a catalyst for innovation, boom and country-wide transformation. Understanding intellectual property rights for transforming India. But before I start my speech, I would like to tell a small story. You may have heard of a man named Nikola Tesla. He used to work under Edison. So he was tasked by Edison to prepare AC currents. And when his work succeeded, he was ripped off of all the credits. But now, in the 21st century, ideas are wealth. The most powerful countries today are the ones with people who foster innovation, protect creativity and convert information into economic and social field. This is where intellectual property rights step in as a bridge among innovation and effect. Now you may ask, what is IPR? Intellectual property rights
of that is Institute Innovation Council is actively organizing so many activities and so many events so that the students get benefited, and definitely the thanks should goes to Professor Bandil sir and Shahid Amin ji, Rajoria ji and all the team of IIC. We are here to celebrate the World Intellectual Property Right Day, which was celebrated every year on 26th of April. Right. So before, I have collected few things for you to improve your knowledge, and we have to discuss few things as well. Intellectual Property Right Day was celebrated as I already said, on 26th April. There is a World Intellectual Property Organization established in 1967, and then in the memories of that WIPO in 1970s, they have decided that the 26th April will be celebrated as the World Intellectual Property Right Day. So this is taken from the website of the World Intellectual Property Right Organization, WIPO, which is a single most, you can say, organization who is dealing with the intellectual property and its rights throughout the world, and is one of the most old organization also, right? So this is that's it for WIPO. The second most important thing about WIPO is this: the intellectual property doesn't come from the technical background. It is equally comes from the intellectual mind related to literature, music, arts also, as mentioned by so many students during their speeches, right? So this is the one thing, and it also doesn't mean that the technical background student cannot contribute or generate intellectual property. So it can evenly and equally important or possible that all human beings can generate everything, but there should be a tendency, not all the student can generate and think like to create something new. It is quite rare. That's why I hope you have all willingly registered for this IIC event, right? Before I go and discuss, it's always been a pleasure to talk with the student about the innovations and invention and creativity. I have tried to find out what is the beginning of intellectual property. So interestingly, since I was quite interested in the history also in my past education, and my interest goes toward the social studies also. This is an image, and the first image is showing the Indus Valley civilization and the span or the area of Indus Valley civilization, which is somewhere around 1 billion square kilometers. From somewhere in Pakistan, somewhere in Afghanistan, and India, basically in Rajasthan and Gujarat, which is one of the oldest and highly civilized and developed civilization of the world. During this Indus Valley civilization, the traders, or you can say the rulers or the influential people, they are using a stamp which is mentioned and shown in this. I think if I am not wrong, the image of that animal which is shown in this stamp is used in that movie which is acted by Hrithik Roshan, the Mohenjo-daro. उसमें जो उन्होंने जो एनिमल जो उसको विजन में दिखता था, that was the same, I think, was the single horn something. So they are using that stamp on their goods to identify or mark that this material or this trade is belong to the Indus Valley civilization or the people or the traders of Indus Valley civilization. So it is quite long back when the intellectual property was tried to be secured. So people were aware about the intellectual properties, right? One more, in continuation with this one.